Today we are going to look at the difference between Tri-X and FP4 from Ilford to see what the differences may be.
Welcome to the Naked Photographer, where I'll be exposing myself. No, I won't. That sounded better in my head.
So if you have watched this channel a little bit, you may have seen that I have started a comparison series for different films. Rather than try to crown a winner, I'm really just kind of looking at eliminating all possible variables to see what are the actual differences between films. I am using a gold standard. In this case, that would be Tri-X from Kodak, 400 speed film. Think of it like a meter. It's going to show us if FP4 is just as grainy, less grainy, more grainy. How does its spectral response compare, and that sort of thing. So we are, if you have not tuned in to other videos, we're going to take the same shot for both. That's going to be a shot of me in controlled lighting so that we get the same lighting situation. And I'm going to hold a gray card and color checker chart. That should show us our spectral response to different colors in light. The light is a daylight balanced strobe. And then we're going to print that film to an 11 by 14 print. Now the film will be developed in D76 to the published time. I'm going to bracket the exposures, but I anticipate printing at box speed. We'll see if the negatives look okay. I'm also going to expose a step tablet on each film just so we can see are we actually getting a 125 speed film, or since we're not going to actually try to be measuring through any kind of sensitometry the actual film speed, what we're really looking for is, with FP4 being what, 1 2/3 stops slower than Tri-X, are we bearing that out using a step tablet? Are we actually, in fact, 1 2/3 stop slower? So without further ado, let's go ahead and make our exposures. Let's develop the film, make the prints, and we'll take a look at the differences. So let's look and see what kind of differences or similarities we have. So first off, just like last time, let's look at color. How did it render? So here's my gray card plus that I photographed. So again, from Tri-X, pretty much exactly the same tone for all of these. These here, almost the same tone. For these tones, these two did turn out just a touch lighter in how they were rendered. When we come over here, we can see this really did come out exactly the same. I see almost no difference in how these are rendered. Here, just like the HP5 last time, this tone came out darker than the other three. Just a touch. I do find that same with Kodak, but not nearly to the degree, but I find that they all came out slightly lighter than Kodak. So these, I mean, there's a clear difference. These are dark, these are light. Here, while these are dark and these are light, the differences between them aren't as dramatic. When it comes to fine detail, well, let's zoom in and see what kind of fine detail differences we have. So we can see here that in our Tri-X, we have that graininess that we saw last time, fairly apparent in smooth tones. In skin areas, not so much. Here in FP4, well, clearly by being a finer grain film, our skin tone detail came out pretty smooth. So looking at some of these very fine areas, such as this, the nose, you know, the pores are a little bit more defined, but mostly where I'm seeing the biggest difference, as expected, is the smooth areas here. The grain is clearly less apparent in this area than it is in the Tri-X. When it comes to details such as hairs in my beard, mustache, the smoother grain of the FP4 actually makes the hair look thinner and finer than in the Tri-X. Is that useful? I have no idea. I guess if you want your hair to look thicker and fuller, use Tri-X instead of FP4. I don't know. The differences here, not dramatic. So if you want a good general purpose black and white film, but a finer grain, then FP4, good choice. 125 speed, turns out it at least processed in D76 at stock as the time mentioned. Then it turns out perfectly fine at box speed, but it is finer grained, clearly finer grained when compared to a 400 speed. So next time we'll look at another film, so please like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll keep making some more videos.